Velvet voices and lightning licks. Welcome to the hits of 1980X.
This is Zeg Radio, where the 80s never end.
It's like totally tubular, dude.
Strap in, power up. These are the hits of 1980X.
The man, the myth, the ego. He is Bear.
Indeed, here I am. Good morning to you all. Hope you're having a great day. Hope everything's starting off for you well. Hope your weekend's off on the right foot. Morning to Dr. Flamingo showing up in the chat. How you doing this morning, man? Hope you're doing all right. Got my coffee. Got my orange crush. I don't have an orange crush, actually, but, just thought of that song all of a sudden. Yeah, so it's day 2 of the whole new world. A lot of people say, and I used to say this too, sleep on it. You'll feel better in the morning, and you'll feel foolish that you reacted as you did. I do not feel foolish. In fact, I feel so centered and so calm and so much better than I have felt in such a long time. It is crazy how much I feel like me again. I woke up without anxiety this morning. I woke up not dreading what I had to face for the rest of the day. Just feeling like I was staggering through day after day after day after day. I gotta deal with that. This person's I gotta whatever. No. Woke up, got out of bed, dragged the comb across my head. Came in, had a cup of coffee, fed the cats, making my breakfast right now. Gotta take my pills. I should do that right now. Because I'm so, just jelly this morning. Just completely, just chilled the fuck out. That I'm oops, forgetting to take pills is not a good idea. That's a bad idea. Now, don't worry, these aren't SRIs or whatever the fuck they're called. They're not for my brain. They're for my pancreas. Diabetes sucks. I just want you to know that. If you are not at present diabetic, do everything in your power not to become diabetic. It is not fun. It is not a good time. It is just wow. I don't mind running the games, actually, to be honest. Morning, Daniel. Morning, James. I don't mind running multiple games at all. I'm not as I enjoy it. It's fun. What I don't enjoy is when people get willfully stupid and just want their way and refuse to understand that they have far less skin in this game than I do as the GM. Right? I actually take energy from it. But around 12, 13 sessions is the break point for me. I've learned that about myself. That's what the last year has really taught me. Is if a game is going well, plan it out to end around 12 to 13 sessions. And that's the perfect stop point. You can always come back to it later if you don't nuke it at the end. You can always try it again. That's always fun to do. But for the most part, I don't care. I'm just not invested. If I make this statement here and now. Nerds Nerd has made her own character for the New Year's Valorous game with the girls. I will never allow a player again, unless I specifically choose to let it happen, to make their own characters. I'm done with it. Now, player agency, what's wrong with you, Bear? Why do you... Well, let me explain a couple of things to you. Let me first say hi to Jerry. Hey, Jerry. But one of the things that really matters to me is the cohesion. Remember, I'm a dirty, filthy story gamer. And everybody always fights me. They're always like, I don't want to... I want to make my own character. That's not fun playing another... And yet, when they do, and they get into it, They have fun. Shocking, I know. Shocking. So, that's my new psychic litmus test. Right? That's my new gatekeep. I am going to make your character and give you a pre-gen. I'm going to give you a questionnaire. I'm going to find out what you're interested in. And then I'm going to use that to try and make a character that not only meets a lot of the stuff you want, but also challenges you as a player. I don't know if Doc Flamingo remembers or not when we were going to do the Spurg Valorous campaign. And two people were driving me crazy, one more than the other. Come to find out, they're both characters that they played in other games when I was trying to get them to make brand new characters. You know? That's my problem. Players are a dishonest, cowardly, superstitious lot. To hell with that. See, there you go. Daniel's got the right idea. He loves playing Jester. And that's a pre-made character that I made for him. Based on him. It was made for him. That's the idea. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. I just want to touch on that real quick and say it's one of the things that I've achieved as a happiness, right? So sleeping on all this nonsense. Oh, you nuked your YouTube channel. The other channel's gone. I was watching all those live plays. Well, you should have watched them live. Sorry. Oh, well, you could watch them on rewatch. I know you could. But I didn't. James, have yourself a fantastic weekend, man. Always happy to see you here, man. Don't think about becoming a member if you don't mind, or something like that. Yeah, figure it out. But always great to have you around, man. But yeah, I just got to a point where I'm so relaxed. It's crazy. I got a bunch of housework done yesterday afterwards. I slept like a log. My treadmill arrives today. Can't wait for that. It's going to be a nightmare to put it together by myself, but I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I'm not going to, I've got a package of, what have I got? I've got a new mouse, some cat treats, and a new shower curtain, because the one I have is too long and I keep tripping over it in the shower. That's all coming. That's all coming very, very soon. And yeah, my UPS delivery is to arrive today. And it is my treadmill, which means if I can get it together today, if I can take the time to put the thing together and figure it all out, that's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. Now, we're going to see if they followed the instructions I gave them at UPS for this package. And if not, well, I'll have to figure something out, because with my knees, I can't get the package up 3 flights of stairs. So, yeah. But yeah, I got a new Bluetooth mouse coming, because the one I have I like, but it has this habit of double-clicking sometimes. It's a Razer. Satachi? No, Razer. What the hell is this? Razer something or other. Orochi. It's a good mouse. But it doesn't like my Mac as much as one might think you would like. Hang on just a second. How many people we got watching us this morning? I'm very, very curious. Oh shit, 5 people. Wow, that's awesome. Hit the like button if you don't mind, guys. It's a young channel. It needs the attention. It needs the love. It needs the feels. And cold iron oven enters the room. Boom, 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 boom. What do you miss already? What are you missing? What are you missing, sir? What did you miss, sir? The weekend? My package being delivered? What did you miss? I'm very curious as to what you missed. I might play some music this morning, too, by the way. I want you to know that. I know yesterday we talked about War Star Colossus, and I did a lot more work on the setting before I went to bed last night, and I figured out some really cool things about it. But one of the other things I did was I remastered the theme song for it. The first version, there were 3 cuts I made. I merged them together, but there was a weird warble in them. So I uploaded it, I remastered it, and I did a bunch of remasters, and the warble kept, and then it went away, and I was really happy about it. And then I took that and I double layered it to give it a little more oomph. So if you guys don't mind, let's feel a little take on the Dracons this morning and listen to some War Star Invictus. 3 minutes, 12 seconds of your life. Won't kill you to stick around and give it a fair shake. Here we go. You gotta admit that's pretty badass. I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, that's not bad at all. That's pretty good, actually. Like, you can see the images in your mind of the starship, whatever it looks like in your mind, right? The whole idea of it all going down and being real cool and what have you. I don't know, man. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Doc, try refreshing. See if that works for you over there in the Discord, because everyone else is having no issues, so it could be a you error, not so much a server error, but take a look at it, see what you can figure out. But yeah, so some of you are in the test bed for the new Zeg Media Discord. It's not open to the public. It may never be open to the public. We'll see. It's primarily going to be for Zeg Media stuff, Zeg Radio, Heroic Valorous, Warstar Colossus, my YouTube channel, which is right here, which is it. But there's also a general chat section, some RPG chats, some media chats, some poops and giggles. Put your memes there, and arts and crafts. Put your art there, and whatever other stuff you do. I'm not gonna segregate. I'm not gonna subdivide. I'm just gonna leave you have a giant general free for all until you ask for things to be different. But if it goes well, if we can maintain a really chill, easygoing environment, and we can make things work. It could be something I would maybe look to opening up in the future. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think one of the problems we have, or that happened to us, is we had a really good community, and then as it grew, more sort of toxic things came in. A lot of the people we hung out with back in the day vanished. Where's Wolfstone? Where's he? Haven't seen him in ages. Where's Chen, the guy from China? Haven't seen him from ages. There's a couple of other guys from Europe who used to come in. All gone. And I don't see them on other Discords. So I sometimes wonder if some of the people who came in with their aggression or their way drove them out. Now, there's people who quit because they had little crash outs and little, fits that they just went like, nope, I'm out. Don't like you anymore. You suck. And it's like, you know what? That's fine. I'm not your Spurg daddy. I said that last night. I say it again today, and I want this clearly understood. I am not your Spurg daddy. I am not here to indulge your fucking neurodiverse bullshit. That is your thing. You need to regulate it and control it. As a friend of mine who is very intelligent once said, how you are affected by your neurodivergent behavior is not under your control. How you make other people interact with it is. So, be better. Try harder. Make everybody's life a little bit easier. Stop inflicting on us like we're your parents and we have to love you. We don't have to love you. Bah, but I do love you. I love all of you guys. I think you guys are great. Yeah, this is a weird format. Just me rambling. Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Sub up if you haven't done so yet. And consider becoming a member. I know it's only like $2.99 a month, but it helps. It helps me. It helps feed the cats. If all 550 plus people on this channel became members every month, my God, my life would be so much better. Between that and the Patreon, I wouldn't have to have a full-time job. I could work part-time and focus on my creativity. But since I know that's not going to happen, and I'm well aware of how people are, and their lives are tough and things like that, every little bit helps. Buys the cats treats, gets me coffee. I'm good on coffee. No one wants me off coffee. Are you kidding? What a crazy idea. Can you imagine me without coffee? God. The bodies would start piling up. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, what's going on with you guys? What do you want to talk about? If anybody in the chat has a topic they want to throw out there or they want to discuss, I am always very welcome to it all. Always welcome. Daniel became a Z-Nut. Thank you so much, Daniel. Unfortunately, I'm not using Restream anymore, so I can't broadcast that to everybody and show it on the screen, but I'll certainly call it out. Thank you so much, Daniel. I really appreciate you becoming a Z-Nut, man. It's good to have you on. I may create greater and lesser roles. No, I won't. For more money, because, that's how you get everybody, right? You bilk them one step at a time. One coin, one shekel, one dinero. That's how you do it, right? I'm also going through a whole bunch of Discords and leaving them because I don't interact on them. I don't, do anything with them. They're just there. and like I like the people, so I don't leave because I like them. I like the individuals. But overall, I don't really Discord much outside of my own. Nope. Oh my god, we're starting off early this morning. Copy link. That's where you want to chat. That's where you want to chat. Okay, so I've got to edit the channel. Permissions. Znut. Yeah. You can read. Can't manage. Oh god, I hate fucking Discord, by the way. I want you to know this. I literally cannot stand Discord. I think it is the worst thing ever. It's horrible. It's awful. It is not good. It doesn't work well. It's clumsy. Like the amount of, like, I gotta go in and toggle to turn off people being able to do this, that, and the other thing. It's absolutely obnoxiously annoying. You know what I mean? There we go. And let me go ahead and delete that message. There we go. But it's all growing pains, right? That's what we got to do. We got to go through the growing pains. We got to make sure everything's in order. We got to take the time to get it all sorted out so that way it works better and better and better and better and better as we go. Hit the like button. There's 7 of you in the room and only 5 likes. Breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. Yes, that's right. I turned breaking the law into breaking my heart. I think that's an appropriate place to put it. What do you think? What is the War Star? What sort of ship is this, and how does it compare to a battle star? Well, last night, I did a whole bunch of work on the War Star Colossus thing. And one of the things I did was I worked on the ships, or the ship types. And what we have... oh, that's weird. That should be there. Give me a second. I'm just trying to... I'm going to read something to you. I'm going to read something. Did we lose everything? No, that's not possible. Hang on a second. So we're gonna basically, I did, you know what? Let's just read it. Let me put you all to sleep this morning. War Star Colossus: The Fall of the Commonwealth and Humanity's Last Hope. A complete setting overview. For 10,000 years, humanity rose, fell, fractured, rebuilt, and fractured again. Worlds broke away. Systems formed feudal alliances. Dynasties rose and fell like tides across the vast diaspora of mankind. The rule of stars belonged not to unity, but to chaos. Planets were ruled like petty kingdoms. Armies swore fealty to warlords. Fleets fought over resources, ideology, or pride. Humanity spread light years from its forgotten cradle. But it carried its ancient flaw with it. Endless division. But history turns on moments, and everything turned when one general refused to let the cycle continue. The Unifier, the man who ended the division. His true name is lost. He's remembered only as the Unifier. He began with a single world. Not a major power. Not a major threat. What made him unstoppable wasn't his planet, it was his doctrine. Every victory must make us stronger. He did not conquer to destroy. He conquered to absorb. Each defeated army was folded into his. Each officer kept their rank. Each culture kept its identity. Each world gained a place in something greater. As system after system fell or surrendered, the Unifier's forces grew until resistance became meaningless. And then in an act that no historian could expect, entire planets began to voluntarily Entire planets began voluntarily offering allegiance before he even arrived. They wanted unity. They wanted peace. They wanted an end to the era of lords and war fleets, and when they begged to name him emperor, he refused. The birth of the Commonwealth of Man. Instead of a throne, the unifier created a republic, the Senate, a massive body of elected senators and senatrixes whose each world represented equally, with a mandate to maintain prosperity, ensure balanced governance, prevent tyranny, preserve peace across the stars. The Primus, a ceremonial head of state who casts only a vote to break ties, holds no military command, has no legislative authority, serves as a symbolic guardian of unity. The first Primus was the unifier. He served one cycle, then stepped down forever. His final words are etched into the walls of the Senate Hall. The Commonwealth must belong to all, or it belongs to none. His republic endured for a millennia. Humanity thrived until they awakened a nightmare. The Drakon Empire, ancient, proud, and frightened. The Drakons were old long before humans reached their borders, proud, territorial, warlike, but never unified. Their species evolved along neurological caste tiers. One-lobed Drakons were primitive, powerful, nearly non-verbal, ideal soldiers. Two-lobed Drakons were the basic commanders, hunters, tribal leaders. Three-lobed Drakons were the engineers, the officers, the artisans and administrators. And the four-lobed Drakons, the strategists, admirals, warlords, imperial scholars. Individually brilliant at their peak, collectively chaotic. Their empire functioned, but never efficiently. Against the disciplined Commonwealth, they were simply outmatched. Short wars were fought, the Drakons lost every time, but humans never sought to conquer them. This confused the Drakons, and it frightened them. As the Commonwealth grew, the Drakons saw only one future. The humans will destroy us. So they sought a terrible solution. The birth of the Overmind. Drakon scientists reached a conclusion their rulers refused to deny. We are not smart enough to defeat humans. They engineered a new being, a 5-lobed Drakon, built with techno-organic neural architecture, engineered from the finest bloodlines and fused with living circuitry. It was not meant to lead. It was meant to override. When it awoke, it consumed the entire Drakon Empire in a single thought. Every soldier, every officer, every admiral, every mind, all linked, all one, all obedient. They call it the Overmind, the first hive mind in known galactic history. With it, the Drakons became a single superorganism with a singular purpose: destroy the Commonwealth of Man. The Great Deception. The Drakons sued for peace. They sought armistice, sent ambassadors, closed borders, withdrew fleets, all the while secretly building the largest armada the galaxy had ever seen. No radio, no chatter, no detectable command structure. The Commonwealth believed the wars were finally ending. Treaties were drafted, festivals planned, trade routes prepared. No one knew the Drakons were no longer an empire. They were now a hive, and the Overmind was ready. The Night of Fire. The armistice ceremony was minutes away when the stars erupted. Millions of Drakon warships jumped into Commonwealth space, all simultaneously, all perfectly coordinated, all linked through one consciousness. Sensors recorded only this: mass burn incoming. What followed was annihilation. The Star Legions were shattered. Star cruisers and star frigates were torn apart by coordinated swarms. Gunstars died in their hunter-killer trios, mega-cannons firing until their cores melted. Entire battles were decided before humans even understood they had begun. Marines were overrun. Worlds fell one by one by one. Humanity was conquered, enslaved, and systematically erased from system after system. The Commonwealth died screaming, but the hope of man did not. Legend speaks of a place the Drakons never found, the Vulcan shipyards, a secret Commonwealth facility where experimental capital ships were forged, incomplete, unknown even to the Senate, a myth of technicians and flight crews. At its heart was said to be a ship unlike any ever built, the Warstar Colossus, a vessel rumored to rival all 10 Dreadstars combined. Pardon me, my throat get a little wonky. A vessel rumored to rival all 10 Dreadstars combined, a ship with the power to challenge empires. But no one knows if it truly exists. No one except the survivors aboard one lone ship. GS-09 Cestus. A battered Gunstar, its mega cannon warped, its fighter squadrons gone, its crew reduced to those who escaped the fire, the Cestus runs from system to system, searching for clues, fleeing the Drakon hive, clinging to hope. If they can find the Vulcan shipyards, if the Colossus still lies sleeping, if they can awaken it, humanity may rise again. Save the stars. This is the story of the last survivors of the Commonwealth. This is the mission of the Cestus. This is the legend of the Warstar Colossus. So there you go. That little bit. Dan, have a good day at work, brother. Oh, we're games. Sorry, you're playing in one of the online games for the Europeans. Have fun with that, brother. So the whole idea was that I wanted this to be epic. I didn't want it just to be a Battlestar Galactica ripoff. I wanted it to be epic. So one of the things I did was I figured out what the ships should be like. And I had a fleet that I made, but it appears to have vanished. Give me a second, guys. I just got to see what happened to this one chat I had where I was doing all of this, and it all seemed to go, I don't know where the hell it went. Commonwealth slang, geometric symbols, equivalent. This is so weird. I had a whole bunch of ships, and they're gone. Oh, no. No, they're gone. That's weird. This could be... I've lost a file? I'm sure I shared it. I'm sure I... Did I do it in a separate place and not put it in the group project? That could have happened. That could have happened. No, I didn't do that. Well, this is gosh darn strange. Let me go ahead and do a search, and I'll just put in the one term that I use everywhere. Good morning, Melkor. How you doing this morning, brother? How are things with you? What's going on over here? I don't mind at all. Do 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 do. Yeah, this is weird. All the work I did last night appears to be gone. Unless I put it in a different thread without paying attention to what I was doing. Let me see what's happening here with that. Yes, I found it. So, we have the following type of ships that are a part of the Star Legion, right? We have Dreadstars, which are the largest warships ever fielded by the Commonwealth of Man. Only 10 exist, each a city-sized fortress built for fleet command and overwhelming strike power. They carry 10 Star Lances, or Lancer squadrons, each, and are mounted with heavy particle batteries, broadside mega cannons, and proton torpedo Cylons. All 10 were believed lost in the Drakon Holocaust. Star Cruisers, the backbone of the Star Navy. Dozens were built. Almost all are gone. Each carried 4 Star Lance squadrons with balanced profiles of particle beam arrays, point defense emitters, and proton torpedoes. Star Frigates, Fast, overarmed, fearless, star frigates punched above their weight, using speed and aggressive tactics to support cruisers or operate independently. Each carried 2 Star Lance squadrons, light particle cannons, and compact proton torpedo tubes. They were basically really good, and there were literally hundreds of them, I believe, was the number I chose for them. Let me just see really fast if I ever noted it. Yeah, hundreds of those were deployed. Then we have the Gunstars, small, ruthless, and built for shock tactics. Each Gunstar was literally built around its oversized spinal mega cannon, capable of cracking armor plates off larger ships. This is basically a magnetic railgun. They carried 1 Star Lance squadron, standard particle cannons and proton torpedoes for finishing hits. They operated in hunter-killer trios, and there were nearly 1,000 of them made. And then last were the cutters, the most common ship in the fleet: patrol craft, tenders, minesweepers, haulers, corvettes, scouts, everything needed a frame that could be modular and could be laid out for all the missions it had to do. And cutters did not carry fighter squadrons. They used light particle guns and single-shot proton torpedoes for last resort defenses. Thousands and thousands of them were made. Of course, many of them lost in the Holocaust. Many repurposed as civilian smuggler or pirate ships over the fall, after and before the fall. And they have cool names, and all of them. Dreadstars, DS number name, but they have cool names like DS-01, Aegis Eternal, DS-02, Solstice Crown, DS-03, Stormbreaker Ascendant, DS-04, Vigilant Starfire, DS-05, Void Horizon. All that kind of cool shit, right? That's some badass shit as far as I'm concerned. But wait, there's more. DS-06, Unbroken Radiance, DS-07, The Eclipse Dominion, DS-08, Sovereign Starborn, DS-09, Iron Celestial, and DS-10, Majesty of Embers. Star Cruisers, of course, SC and then a number. So we have SC-12, the Radiant Spear, SC-19, the Iron Meridian, SC-24, the Bright Star, SC-31, Constant Valor, SC-44, Silver Drake. Star Frigates, a little less fancy in their names, but still kind of cool. SF for Star Frigate, SF-07 Arrowfall, SF-15 Starhammer, SF-18 Black Raptor, SF-26 Dawn Strike, SF-33 Sky Cleaver. And then Gunstars, all named for the ancient worlds of weapons and shields and armor from, well, Forgotten Earth, where mankind, the cradle of humanity, began. GS-03 Warhammer, GS-09 Cestus, GS-14 Longsword, GS-22 Gladius, GS-41 Hoplite, GS-55 Longbow. And then the cutters, well, like I said, short, not warlike names. A little bit sci-fi, a little bit poetic. CT-112, The Startide, CT-145, Astral Wanderer, CT-23, Starfinder, CT-389, Warp Runner, CT-441, The Void Mark, CT-507, The Lumen Drift. Exactly how it works. And then above all of them is the concept of a war star. This one ship that could maybe be the power of, they say, Legend says, all the Dread Stars combined. All 10 combined would match the firepower of a war star. Now, Legends like to say crazy things, but it's certainly worth 2, maybe 3 in one ship. The Dread Stars carry 10 squadrons. Who knows how many squadrons a war star can support? Pardon me. How many platoons of Marines can it dispatch into a war zone? Does it have mega cannons? How many mega cannons does it have? Is it like a Gunstar? Is there a single massive ultra mega cannon that runs its spine that the entire ship was built around? Anything is possible, and that's the beauty of the war stars. We just don't know. We never find out until the campaign takes us there. Yes, I am putting a campaign in place for the game. I'm putting I'm putting in a story campaign, but I'm also going to put in some other stuff. What if in the legend of it all you heard, oh, the DS, I don't know, we'll go with DS-04, Valiant Starfire, somehow survived the Holocaust, and rumor has it she's leading a fleet of what ships survived and what ships humanity could escape on, and they're looking for lost Earth. That's a cool story. It's very Battlestar Galactica. We can put that in as a possible campaign for you. Write it up as a one-pager. Here you go. Here's your campaign idea. But the game is going to be built around the idea that you are the crew of the Cestus. You are the Skull Squadron Star Legions, the Lancer pilots who are trying their best to get to Vulcan Station. I'm going to change up some stuff and have, basically, it wouldn't just be a night of death. It would be like, maybe a year that they fought the fading action against the Drakon swarm as it came upon them, the tyranny revealed. And now everyone's trying. But here's the thing. The Drakons are using a virus. They inject it into their prisoner-slave humans. And from that, they gain absolute control over them. They become drones to the Overmind. It basically dulls down, turning them into slaves. Because those within the Overmind may be part of the Overmind, but they still have personality. They are not one mind. They are controlled and directed by the Overmind. The Drakons are not a collective. They are a hive. But the drones do what the drones do. The 1-lobers, the 2-lobers, the 3-lobers, and the 4-lobers are still individuals within the hive. They still have wants, needs, and desires, but the Overmind directs everything they do. It links them all through its central nexus. You want to destroy the Drak tyranny, destroy the Overmind. You want to destroy the Overmind, you need to be able to punch deep into Drak space. Get yourself to the Draken homeworld and destroy the Overmind there. And for that, you need the Warstar Colossus. I mean, come on, Doc. Tell me how good this game sounds. Come on. Come on, man. You know you want to play it. You know you want to play it. Pennsylvania 6 5000. Very psyched. Well, I'm glad to hear you're very psyched. I'm glad to know you're very psyched. Ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum. Well, this is a sci-fi game for you, buddy. It may have started as a crazy, let's play Battlestar Galactica. Now it's turned into, let's do something fucking tits on toast amazing. Yeah. And that's the thing. The humans are from Earth. It's 10,000 years in the future. I don't care. It doesn't matter. All references to old Earth are mostly lost. Pop culture doesn't exist. I'm looking at how to make the Commonwealth of Man cool and fun. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I don't know what their costumes are going to look like. I don't know what the ships are going to look like. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. But just the idea of hopping in a Lancer and taking on a Drak wolf pack. 3 Drak raiders flying together as a hive mind, and then that crazy human individualism crashing through superior firepower, superior skill power, not so superior numbers. Yes, I have changed it over because of the thoughts and processes of people who put a thought in my head last night, specifically Sven, which is everybody thought when I announced Warhammer Colossus it was going to be a heroic-based game. It might be. I might still just use the Cortex system because I like the Cortex Classic a lot. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that right now. I was looking at doing the game design for using it with Heroic Valorous, and I'm like, you know what? Nope. I still need to keep that in place for Freebooters, because Freebooters will happen, and Freebooters is my sci-fi game. So I'm probably going to look at the Cortex Core, the old, what they call Cortex Classic now, using the Battlestar Galactica rules. I don't know. I've got all Christmas to fucking think about this. What I'm doing is I'm working on lore. That's where I'm focusing all of my attention right now, is creating the setting. And once the setting is awesome sauce, no one's going to give a fuck about the system. They're just going to want to play. Well, you know, sorry to hear that, Cold Iron. You should definitely try playing some sci-fi. It can be fun. Traveler's a notable. Star Wars D6 from West End Games is a classic. The various iterations of the Star Trek games that have come out over the years, I have my preferences, obviously. What about you guys? What other notable sci-fi games would you recommend Cold Iron Oven take a look at? I am, without a doubt, just peaches and cream today. I am just taking it all fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm not getting stressed. I'm not getting angry. I'm not caring about people's bullshit that they be sharing. Oh, I went ahead and I started working on slang, right? Like basically new stuff that people would say. So I was working it through. And I found some interesting ideas that I went with for the vulgarity. So there's a couple of core Vrel. Vrel this. Vrel off. You really Vrel'd that jump. Skarn. What the Skarn is that? Skarn you too. That's complete Skarn. Crast. You know, Crast. Just saying it hard. You crashed at the reactor alignment again? Crast me. And then Drek. Or maybe Drak. I'm going to call it Drak. It's D-R-A-K. It's like taking the Drakons and turning them into a swear. That's Drak. I got Drax on her tail. Pure, vented Drak. Skull. Skull's like, oh shit, right? Skull. Move, Skull! Hey, you scared the skull out of me. Korsh. By Korsh's burning bones, Korsh take me. This Korsh slagged engine won't cycle. Where did it come from? I don't know. And then people say things like Void's teeth. You know? Blood and Starfire. Roll! You know, that kind of stuff. Send them to the Black Gallows. This mission is a Black Gallows gamble. Gut the stars. Fire. You know what I mean? Like, let's go, baby. And then I was trying to look for some stuff that would work, as in, like, Felger Carb, or, blast the pogies out of them, and I got Grundlefrack. Grundlefark. This is absolute Grundlefark. Cut the Grundlefark and get to the point. Oh, yeah, I love that. That one's great. Some of them were a little too, rust barf. No, I didn't like that. That didn't work. And then pogies, which is basically your balls. You blast the pogies out of them. You scare the pogies out of them. Well, we're going to call it jittermuck. Could you please clear the jittermuck out of your head? I will... Listen, boot camp knocked the jittermuck right out of me. The whole idea is that jittermuck is not your balls. I'm going to have to come something better for your balls. But jittermuck becomes basically the bullshit within, right? Like, jittermuck is bullshit. There's shit, but then there's jittermuck. You know what I mean? So that's going to be fun. I worked out the Sun Star, which I shared, which is the Commonwealth of Man symbol, which is basically an 8-pointed star with a taller central up thread ray. So all the other rays are, there's the 4 cardinal points, and then the 4, whatever they're called, contra-cardinal, I don't know what the hell they are. Those are the small ones. There's a circle in the middle, and then there's the 4 that are big, but the top one, the north one, the high one, is longer by much, which is basically the whole idea of the Sun Star. So, crazy ideas, fun ideas, crazy shit I'm coming up with. It's going to be so much fun. Well, if they're not, they're going to be hating their lives. But yeah, crazy ideas all around. You know what? I need to go eat my breakfast. And I don't think you guys want to hear me chippity chomping away here on the radio or on the video or on the audio as I do such a thing. So maybe it's time for me to wrap up this morning's little, let's talk. Hopefully you guys are all feeling good. Hopefully your Saturday's going to be great. I'm going to work more on this and get it all formalized. Ideas will change. Things are in flux. But as the ideas are coming, I'm enjoying them. Just as Sven arrives. If you haven't become a member yet, please consider. It's $2.99 a month. Won't kill you. I promise. Cheaper than a Starbucks now. You know what I mean? Sacrifice one coffee, one donut once a month, and you can become a member of the channel, which will be really great. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Again, like I said, I'm not sure. I was thinking Warstar should be based on the Heroic Engine, but I still want to keep freebooters for that, and I don't want to do 2 sci-fi games for the same engine. So I might, and I'm just saying might, still use the Margaret Weiss game, Cortex. Maybe I should clone it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not going to make that decision today. I'm going to work on lore and see how my my weekend goes. Take it all one day at a time, sweet Jesus, as they say, One day at a time. Not get ahead of the curve, not get crazy. Just keep it the way it needs to be. But you guys, what do you think? What do you think? What's your thoughts? Tell me your thoughts. Share your thoughts. Join the Draken Overmind. Yeah, because I don't want them to be the Borg. I don't want them to share the thoughts like if one person in the Drac knows something, they all know it. I want it to be more like the Overmind knows everything. It collects all the data and then it doles out what it needs at the time when coordinating. But in a wartime situation, it can just take control of all the... Thank you, Sven. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. It can take control of all the drones. All the single lobes will suddenly just become completely submissive to its bullshit. It's not its bullshit. That is the wrong term. The term I'm looking for is its jittermunk. What's going on? YouTube. Yeah, we did this already. Learn more. Now I gotta turn on something else? Okay, well, you do you. And I'm just gonna walk away. Boom, boom, boom. So, what do you guys think? You guys excited for Warstar Colossus? Are you into Warstar Colossus? Tell me more. Anybody left, or did y'all leave when I said I was going to wrap up and eat breakfast? Did you all fuck off up the model village, as they say, in one of my favorite movies of all time? Or did you stick around? What's going on? What's happening, guys? Frack, yeah. Well, I like your energy on that one, but you would want to say for this... Probably, yeah, frack, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be Grundlefark. That wouldn't be it. It wouldn't be Grundlefark. It would be Skarn, Krast, yeah. Krast, yeah. I like that. Krast, yeah. That's good. That works. I'm interested, says Bob Vecna. But should it be heroic, or should it be something else? Well, it should be something else, I think. And that's where I'm leaning. I'm going to see where that goes, but that's going to be a later consideration. Like I said, right now I'm sticking to making sure it is a good setting. Making sure that the ideas I'm presenting are great ideas. So that way it doesn't matter what the system is. You just get excited. And if you go, you know what, I love this setting, but I hate the system, I'm going to use it with Traveler. Go ahead. I'm going to use it with Star Frontiers. Go ahead. Do whatever you do. Krast. K-R-A-S-T. Krast, yeah. Krast, don't quit. Alright, anybody got a request for a song? Something fun to end our morning with? Anybody? Or am I just going to play the Warstar Invictus, which is the title track for the Warstar Colossus theme? Valorous work? What do you mean valorous work? Well, exactly, right? Hello, Beans. Hi, good morning. You're a crazy cat. Yes, you are. You're a crazy cat, and you have something stuck to your tail. Come here. I want to get... What the hell did you get stuck to your tail, stupid? Oh, you're a dumbass. All right, then. Since we have no real request for something awesome, no, Sven. Go away. Let's say goodbye with a little bit of the best piece of music I've made in a while. This is Warstar Invictus, the Warstar Colossus theme. And I'm going to make more music. Right? I'm going to make ambient music and battle music. I'm going to have fun with this one. But here you go. Here you go. You ready? Steady? Go. Ha! Glitch is awake. Silly Glitch. Why are you so awake? What you doing awake, Glitch? You are ruining everything, Glitch. You'll make it bad. And you can see there the sun star in that image. So, you know, that's something to think about. Apparently the glitch is really just hasn't had coffee yet. It's taken its moment. But let's go. Glitch.